then. And Jenny, you should be good because like I said, we're going to be pretty quick. So, okay. And I think, how do I know when the recording? Oh, okay. It has started. So you're all set, Joe.
So there's not many people here that aren't usually here. Did Francina leave? Maybe. So really most everybody that's here kind of knows like what's going on. Angela, we just at the last few have just kind of talked about, you know, how things are going to go this year. It's going to be July 31st, which I'm sure you already know. It's an all-day event from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Still working on the schedule of entertainment, but looking at the survivors reception and walk being around lunchtime, like being around noon. We have a couple bands booked already. I'm not sure what time for one of them yet, but Jason Adamo band is going to play that evening from like 5 to 8. And at 8, we're going to start our luminary ceremony. And then closing ceremonies will be around 9:45, like to be done by 10. So that's what we have in place so far. We do have another band, but we just haven't set the time for them yet. We also have some pageant people that are going to be out there, and I'm not sure what time that's going to be yet either. And they want to perform as well. So that's what we're working on so far. And some of the teams have said what they're doing. We have St. Andrews, I know, will cook. They'll be in the, there's a big shelter out there, and they'll be set up in the shelter doing food all day. And I'm not sure yet what other teams are going to be out there cooking. So we I guess that's something we kind of need to try to find out. Hopefully Chick-fil-A will be out there, and they're usually out there selling sandwiches. Do you guys think of anything else? Amanda, can you think of anything I'm not thinking of that we already have in place?
I don't think so.
Yeah. So working on the entertainment, working on the schedule of events for the day so that we kind of have something going on throughout, you know, at different times of the day to draw, you know, different groups of people in. So John, what did you want to share?
Okay. Yeah, and I'll just piggyback on what Jill was talking about with the fundraisers and things. So that's something like, as you're thinking about what you're going to do, you can contact anyone on the leadership team, myself, and just let us know. And the reason that we just don't want people doing the exact same thing. Like, we don't want a bunch of people doing fried chicken, a bunch of people doing barbecue. Like, we want to try to keep it as diverse as possible. So if you have an idea of something you want to do, yeah, just let any of us know, and we'll keep a kind of running tally on our end.
Maybe we can do we can set up a Google form and have Lori send it out to all the team captains that have signed up so far, just to kind of get an idea of what people are planning to do at the event, so we can start figuring out if we need to try to find more people that can cook, or let St. Andrews know that they're going to be the main ones and to be prepared for that. So
yeah, that's a great idea. I like that. Love Google Forms. Okay. All right. So I just had a few kind of quick updates from ACS. So I'm going to share my screen real quick with you all. So coming up, and what's today's date? The 11th. So National Relay Weekend typically falls within May, and usually that right in the middle of May. So if this was a normal year, we'd have a bunch of relays happening in, you know, this weekend. So what our national kind of relay team put together is a national relay weekend for us. And there's going to be some fun events happening around that. And it all starts this Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern time, because all these times are listed for Central. Because we've got folks from West Coast to East Coast that are going to be attending, so they picked Central when they listed this. But definitely encourage you all to get involved in that, and that can help. Like if you've got a team that you maybe team just got registered, or someone that's typically they're more involved right now with relay on your team, and you just want to try to build some excitement. This can be a way to do that, because they've got a really great lineup of things happening. So you can see the schedule here, and they're going to be updating this as they go. But you're welcome to pop in to Relay Connect, which is where this website is. And this is actually linked on our website as well in the news feeds. This is the top post. So you're welcome. You can catch that link right there. But all sorts of fun things happening. It kicks off with an opening ceremony. They have late night Zumba. Then they pick up with survivors at 11 a.m. our time. And then moving into like that luminary ceremony at 8 p.m. and then closing at 9. So I'll kind of have that fun 24-hour-ish relay model virtually happening. And then there is some other things going on. Like this is what they're calling our Spirit Week right now. So there's fun things that folks can do. And let me minimize the video so you can see this here. So Monday would have been Motivation Monday. Tuesday, this is T-shirt Tuesday. Wednesdays, Why Relay, Throwback Thursday, and then Festive Friday. So there's kind of some fun things where we encourage you all, like, get involved in that. Wear your relay shirt, share why you relay tomorrow, maybe on your social media, like on Facebook or Instagram. Then post a old photo from relays on Thursday or something like that, to kind of get in that fun of relay mode again, because I feel like we've all kind of been in this pandemic mode, and hopefully we can, breathe a little bit easier as things are opening up, and get excited to hopefully have a good crowd out there on our relay in July. So anyway, fun things happening here. And then a couple things as part of that. So the national team put together a Facebook fundraising challenge, which kicks off on the 14th and runs through the 18th. And if you click on this link here, it takes you over to this Fund the Future challenge that they've got. And what they're doing is encouraging everyone, if you're signed up for Relay and you are on Facebook, to go ahead and join in the Facebook fundraising challenge, which would be link your Facebook fundraiser, which you need to do from your Relay for Life login. So you'd log into Relay for Life website under your participant dashboard, and you connect into your Facebook fundraiser from there. So don't just start it from Facebook, because then it won't be linked back to your Relay page. So if you're listening to this recording afterwards and you need help with that, you're definitely welcome to reach out to me. I can help you on that front. And there's also in the email I sent out, if I can get this to work, there's a great resource right here, and that's linked in an email we sent out the other day. That tells you exactly how to do that. So there's a little video here. It talks about linking it and then the steps to do it. And it's pretty simple. But the fun thing is we'll be able to kind of share updates and see how folks are doing with the Facebook fundraising challenge as we go through. So that's pretty exciting. And then the folks that have the top fundraisers in Facebook during the 14th to 18th, they're actually the top 10 people are going to win an Apple Watch. So if you want to go crazy with your Facebook fundraiser, I definitely encourage you to do that and share your stories, share why you relay, and just ask people for support. It's that simple, and you never know who's going to donate. But it's pretty exciting to see what folks will do when we just share our stories and say, like, who we're walking for at Relay. And then what we've done locally to kind of piggyback on this is you got this email the other day. If you didn't, let me know, and you can find it on our Facebook page too, and things like that. But we're doing a local challenge kind of in the state of North Carolina that we're calling a Hope is Greater Than the Pandemic. So there's 3 quick steps and you can get this free shirt. So 1 is register for your event, and then 2 would be raise $75 between May 10th and 18th. So that's already started. It kicked off on Monday. So that's pretty simple. And you can raise that money any way you want. It can be through a Facebook fundraiser if you choose. It can be through, just simply asking folks to purchase luminary bags or something like that, or a torch or whatever it may be. And you could also, you know, obviously if someone wanted to donate, like give you a check or something for the American Cancer Society, you can process that right through the app and get that in by the challenge. I will say the only thing here is if you do have someone that donates to you and they give you like cash or a check and you aren't able to process that through the app, you would need to get that in the mail to us pretty quickly, because we would need to have received it and processed it by the 18th for it to count. So we're happy to open this up to any way you want to raise, but definitely encourage you all to try to use the app as much as possible to cash checks that way. And that automatically gets posted to your Relay dashboard as soon as you use the ACS fundraising app to do that. But if you get cash, you're welcome to take it to a local bank, have it converted into a cashier's check or something like that, made out to the American Cancer Society. And then once again, you can process it in the app. So definitely encourage you all to use that to get money turned in so that you can get qualified for this fun shirt. So any questions on any of those things I just shared? Okay, but I think that the t-shirt challenge, we really felt like we needed a way to get folks engaged, because we know we're a little bit behind in our teams registered, our participants registered, and the people actually fundraising right now. So that's why we came up with that fun t-shirt where we hope that will help encourage you and your teams to get out there and get registered for those folks that haven't registered yet, and then encourage a little bit of fundraising as well. So yeah, that's pretty much all I've got from my side, Jill.
Yeah, I really don't have much more tonight. I see Rhonda joined. Which Rhonda is this? Hey, Rhonda. I'm going to be texting you later about an order.
Okay.
All right. We were talking about right now, St. Andrews is the only team that I know for sure is going to be out there cooking.
Oh,
so
okay.
I'm going to try to
I'll
put
let them know, because that may change what they want to do. So
yeah, I'm going to try to put out a Google form in the next couple of weeks so teams can let us know like what they're thinking of and what they're planning. And I'll let you know when I hear from other teams that might be cooking and stuff. So
okay.
I'll get Lori to help me with that. But as of right now, y'all are the only ones that I know of for sure that are cooking. So
Okay. Sounds good. Just let me know.
okay.
Oh, and Jill, I did want to share one thing I forgot to mention is we've got some new sponsors that have come in through Wake Baptist Grove Church. So wanted to give them a shout out. I think they've had about $3,500 in sponsorship turned in over the last couple of weeks. So that's just absolutely phenomenal. So big shout out to them, and thanks for all the hard work on that.
Are they registered? Wake
They
Baptist?
are registered. Yep.
Don't they cook sometimes, guys? Dana, do you remember?
Which one is it?
Wake
Wake
Baptist
Grove?
Grove?
Mhm.
I think so. I think they've done that in the past.
I'll check with them and see.
Yeah.
I feel like they're one of the teams that cooks sometimes. So.
Yeah, and I think that form will help, Jill, because obviously, like we know that, you know, there's a limited amount of folks that usually join our meetings, more watch it afterwards on the recordings. But yeah, that'll help, because especially teams just registering now, they probably haven't even thought that far ahead yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, that'll be great to have that
Yeah.
for folks to get signed up. And I can, if you give me the link, I can put it like up on a newsfeed announcement on the website too, so people can see it right there as well.
Okay. And do you know if Chick-fil-A has registered?
I thought they had. Let me go back and look real quick. Give me 2 seconds. Their name is a cow, right?
Cows per cure, I think.
Okay. Yeah, and we're up to 41 teams, guys, just so everyone's, that's awesome. It's great to see. We've had some new teams register, which is really good news. Actually, I don't see them.
Okay.
I thought they had, but I don't see them now.
Okay. I'll text them and see if they're going to be able to do it.
Yeah, I love me some Chick-fil-A, so Hope they can make it.
Shout out to Francine. She's wearing her relay shirt today.
Yes.
I love it,
Mhm.
Francine. It's pretty.
It is pretty.
It sounds like you were trying to say something, Francine. but I
Yeah.
couldn't hear
We
you.
can't really hear you. Just a little
A
bit.
little bit. Yes, somewhat. If you try, we'll listen really tight.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Awesome.
So exciting. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, so I guess just moving forward, we'll just try to get up with, the teams that we have and teams that we're still trying to get, and just continue working, trying to get them, focused and ready. Usually, like, if you think of it in a regular year, this would be like, over 2 months before, which is still like plenty of time. Like usually, like it would be February, like in our regular year, and we would still be kind of
Yeah.
low.
We're like, I think 81 days to
Yeah.
the event right now,
Yeah.
which is, we still got some time.
Yeah, and usually in like a regular year, it's usually ramps up like a lot, like within the month before. So
Mhm.
yeah,
And anything you all can do to encourage folks to get registered, get signed up, and use that T-shirt challenge. I think that's a great way to, like, hey, if you register now and do something, like, you can get this awesome free T-shirt from ACS, which is fun. But we'll be reaching out. Like, we've already got some of our leadership team volunteers reaching out to our past team captains, and they've been doing a great job with that. We've seen 3 teams come back, I think over the last week, right, Joe? So that's awesome. And we'll keep reaching out from our side, but it's more likely people will say yes to come into relay if they're asked directly by someone they know. So that's what I encourage y'all to do. Definitely invite your neighbors, invite your friends, invite your church, your workplace, colleagues, whoever you can think of, because just, we'll eventually probably be putting up flyers and things like that. But the reality is, people see a flyer, that doesn't mean they're coming. They're more likely to come if they're personally asked. Just like, no one's going to walk into your church without you asking them, right? Like, you generally have to invite a guest if you expect them to show up on a Sunday. So same thing with relay. So definitely encourage y'all, think up, just be vocal, wear your relay shirts like Francina, and encourage
Mhm.
folks to get involved and get signed up, because hopefully in the next month we have a lot of movement and we get a lot new those teams registered and folks registered. So
yeah. And I was going to tell you too, you may want to reach out to Dana McDonald with the Choose Local team, because they had their golf tournament last weekend, and they've done a lot in the town of Garner as far as putting up like painting windows with ribbons on them. And I was in Avis for a coffee the other day, and they were selling those little cupcakes for $1, and they had a bunch up on their window. And then the State Farm right down from them had the ribbon painted in their window as well. So maybe we could do something to recognize Dina for
Yeah.
everything she's doing with it.
that'd be great, because I've seen some of the pictures they had posted of
Mhm.
businesses doing some fun things in their windows and stuff. So that's awesome. Yeah.
Hey, John, as a clarification on the fundraiser,
Mhm.
they do not have to just, like, if you've got somebody already signed up, they can just
Mhm.
still raise the $75, correct?
Yes.
Or more?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, we put sign up because, the
Yeah.
reality is a lot of people aren't right now. But if you're
Right.
already registered, all you have to do is raise $75 between the 10th and, don't quote me,
18th.
18th. There you go. Yep, 10th and
Okay.
18th. So from Monday, anything they've already done on Monday is already counted. Yep,
Perfect. Thank you.
no problem. And I will say, like, take advantage of this, because if you're sitting on some money that you've got in your team and you're like, yeah, I just haven't turned that in yet, turn it in right now and get yourself a t-shirt. But any other questions for me or Jill? I know we're probably going to be pretty brief tonight anyways, but we don't want to like leave anything out if someone needs help with something. Okay.
I think we're good, and I'll try to get something out soon to teams so they can kind of let us know what they're thinking and what they have going on. I know it's hard for people to go to meetings, so.
Oh, and that's actually one thing. I don't know if did we talk about this, Jill? Do we want to try to meet in person perhaps in June, if the governor opens things up, or do we want to just stick to Zoom?
You know, it may be helpful to have like one in-person meeting to kind of, you know, get our ducks in a row and have people sign up for campsites and things like that. I guess we could do a hybrid meeting so that people that aren't close by could join virtually. I think it'd be
maybe even just kind of like a drop-in, not like the parking lot at the high school or something like that. And if you want to drive in, you're welcome to, but if not, you can still join us on Zoom.
Mhm.
Just an idea.
Yeah, I mean, we could probably do it in the media center at the school,
Okay.
and then be able to set up the Zoom where everybody could see the Zoom that was there. So Amanda and I can talk about that.
Okay, we'll get that figured out, and yeah, we'll keep options available for everyone, because I know also with all the events that are joining in, that some folks obviously have a lot further to drive
Yeah.
to get to Garner than others. So I think
Yeah.
keeping the Zoom component is going to be great, because we've got those teams that are just like, you know what, it's just too, I don't want to drive an hour to get to a meeting, but I'll join the Zoom call. So
Yeah.
okay. All right. Well, that's all I got. Jill, anything else?
Yeah, I think that's all I have for tonight.
Okay. Well, definitely, guys, reach out to anyone on the leadership team, myself. If you need anything, we're all here for you. And we do still need folks to join our leadership team too. So Jill is wearing multiple hats right now, including trying to plan the entertainment, because we don't have someone there right now. So
And Amanda's helping me with that too. So
yeah, so people, like, we've got a great group of leaders, but we'd love to make that larger and have some more people join us. So if you've got someone on your team that just is really passionate about Relay, or just like, if they're like a local music person and they love local bands and all of that, like, hey, they might be the perfect person to help us out in that front. So keep us posted if you can think of anyone that might want to join us on that front.
sounds good.
Well, thanks everyone. I'm going to stop the recording.